Hello again. As you can see, I added a few little details to the car. Logo, license plate, bumper and wipers on the front, and bumper and lights on the back. But I want to focus only on the logo and wipers, because the rest of the objects are very simple to model. I prepared the logo reference, and here it is. I will hide all other objects except this. And okay, now I will zoom and start creating the logo. I will do this using the Create Line tool. I just have to draw all contours of the logo, and next I will use the bevel modifier to make the thickness of it, and in the end I will try to gain a smooth shape. As you can see, I'm making it fast and not too precise. Of course I'm doing it specially, so next I will be able to show you how to edit our shape of the logo. And as you can see, I drew only the head shape. It's enough to show you the way of making the logo. Now I will change all the vertexes to smooth to reduce all the sharp corners. Now I can position all those vertexes a little to gain a more correct shape. This spline method is perfect for a logo because almost all cars have got simple logos that we can draw and extrude next. Of course, with logos like Jaguar, you will have a lot more problems. Sometimes you will have to use the Refine tool to add new vertexes, so thanks to this you will be able to create sharper corners. But there is another way to solve this problem of corners. We can simply convert our vertex to Bezier corner. And thanks to this, we will be able to control both sides of it. Just look, the difference between those two methods is only one step. Using a higher number of vertexes, we can gain a more smooth corner, and when we convert the vertex to Bezier corner, we end up with a sharp corner. Okay, I think this is enough for this tutorial. So now, when we've got our outlines of the logo, we can add the thickness to it. I will use the bevel modifier for that. It works exactly like the extrude modifier, but has got one very important attribute. Look, our object is too thin. We need to change the value of it. The height to level 1. Just look, now our logo has got the correct thickness, but it is too sharp. We can correct it by adding a second level of the bevel modifier, but this time we will use a lower value of height, for example 0.2, and we will change the value of the outline to -0.2. Now, we've got the basic shape of the logo that we can edit a little to make it smoother. We converted it to editable poly, and we select all the edges. Now we chamfer them a little. Okay, that's enough. Now we can add another modifier, which is smooth. After choosing auto smooth, you can see that we reduced one sharp edge. Of course, we can continue this and make a nice smooth shape of the entire logo. But this, you can make it by yourselves now. And I would like to back up to our car and show you some tips relative to the wipers. But before this, I will show you how to use layers in Max. Okay, I will go ahead and create a new layer now. Okay, we're going to go ahead and rename this to Blueprints. Okay, now as you can see, we can easily control all the blueprints, hide, freeze, render, and of course we can still control them individually and hide only the separate object. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you about layers. I can close the table now. Oops, wait a second. I forgot to hide the blueprints. So let's go back to the layers table and turn them off. Okay, now when we try to unhide all the objects in the scene, Max will ask us, do we want to unhide all layers? And we answer no, so the blueprint will not be unhid. Okay, now we can move on to the wipers. Sometimes it is hard to position our wipers exactly to the front of the glass. I always use the FFD modifier for this. Thanks to this, I can edit the shape of my wipers and position them correctly. It is very easy and gives us the opportunity to use one model of wipers for many cars. And okay, that's going to be all for this short chapter. Now you know how to model the logo and position the wipers on the glass. We'll see you again next chapter.